Hey everybody, Dragonfire here, and I'm coming at you with another one of my videos. Okay, so this one is going to be a video about alternate album covers. So you can see right here, I've got Spinal Tap's Smell the Glove, and I've got it on vinyl, the two different vinyls. Of course, with the original album art, or at least one of the pictures that they took during the original photo shoot, that was intended to be the original album cover that did not get released initially, but only has more recently gotten released for Spinal Tap's Smell the Glove. And I actually have I have both of these two album covers on vinyl, and I have both of these two album covers on CD as well. But you can see after the censorship occurred, this is, of course, the None More Black album cover, as it's come to be called. So you can see the original and the censored versions of these albums side by side. So I want to throw in a couple more original versus censored album covers. Now, one that came to mind immediately is Poison with their second album. Now, I think their first album cover was somewhat controversial in its own right, but here's their second album on CD here. This is Poison's Open Up and Say Ah, their second album from 1988. And you can see the censored album cover version there. And then here I will put the original album cover version. I have this one on both CD and cassette. I think I only have the censored covered album version on cassette, but you can see the difference between the two. For some reason, maybe a similar situation with the Smell the Glove idea or whatever, but they just thought this image was kind of too grotesque or something, or whatever it was, but they ended up, a lot of places ended up censoring it, and it was harder to get, and many people got the censored version with just the eyes of the original picture cut out. So that's Poison's Open Up and Say Ah, their second album from 1988. Now, their third album also ended up getting censored. This is the censored version right here of Flesh and Blood. What got censored here is that originally, so this is like a person's arm, and they got tattooed Poison, Flesh and Blood, and that's what you're seeing in the photograph here. And in the original version, you could see a little drop of blood. That got censored out. It's harder to find the original version. I looked for my collection. I do not have a copy of the original on that one, but that's a censored version there. And then another one that came to mind for me would be Ugly Kid Joe's America's Least Wanted. You can see the censored version there, and the uncensored version here for Ugly Kid Joe's America's Least Wanted. I also have both album covers on cassette. Yeah, so I decided that I'm going to actually pull out the cassette. So here it is. Here's the censored version on cassette there next to the CD. And then here is the uncensored cassette. So I have both of those. I know I didn't pull out my CD versions of Smell the Glove, but that's okay. Okay, the next one is one here. This is Backstreet Symphony from the band Thunder. And this is a copy that I found on CD. This, I'm not sure why the album cover was changed, but I really do not like this album cover. So this is one that I was aware of. And I do have the original album cover, but only on cassette. So here's Backstreet Symphony by Thunder. I much, much, much prefer this album cover. The uncensored one, or just the original here for this one. And finally, I'm doing the Best of George Thorogood. This one actually has been released under 3 different titles with 3 different album covers, but it's the same album. It's also been released under the title of Better Than the Rest, with a different album cover and the title Nadine. Now, Nadine and Better Than the Rest have 2 different track orders, but they're all the same. All the same songs, just in, but the order of the songs have been changed. In this one, this Best of George Thorogood has the Nadine track listing. So all the songs are listed in the same order as they are on the Nadine version of this album. But yeah, this one is Best of George Thorogood and the Destroyers. So I have that one as well. Can't show you right now the other 2 versions because I don't have copies of the other 2 versions. But yeah, this is Best of George Thorogood, also known as Nadine or Better Than the Rest. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thanks for joining me, everybody. Dragonfire out.